Alright, welcome back again to another look at the Star Trek Official Starships collection by Eagle Moss. This is issue 22, featuring the Krenim Temporal Weapon ship as seen in the Star Trek Voyager episodes Year of Hell Parts 1 and 2. And we have, again, as usual, a wonderful image of the ship on the cover. Nice CGI rendering there with a little brief information. It was used by the Krenim Imperium, launched in the 22nd century. It's 1,550 meters with a maximum speed of warp 6. A little bit more about the ship and the specification. Again, it's operated by the Krenim Imperium during the 22nd century. It was destroyed in 2374 by the USS Voyager in an alternate timeline. It was 1,550 meters approximately, maximum speed of warp 6, powered by temporal core with weapons of temporal weapons and direct energy weapons, and its captain was Anarax, played by Kurtwood Smith, best known to many fans as the father on that 70s show, also the bad guy on RoboCop, among other roles. And keen Star Trek fans will recognize him as the Federation President in Star Trek 6, and I think he had one other role, but I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, another great image of the ship here, and a screen cap from the episode, with a little bit of information about the ship and the episode it was in. More information about the ship, and screen caps from the episode. Here's a great scene of the damage that USS Voyager sustained during the episode, which was pretty awesome to see at the time. And we have the diagram page showing you where things are, with more screen caps, a little data feed here telling you some information about it. It's a pretty huge ship by most counts, and it's really cool to actually finally see it, get a little bit of attention here. And here's a section talking about the Krenim warship. This was the other Krenim ships seen in the episode. Maybe we'll get these ships later down in the collection later on down the line. That would be cool, but I'm really happy that this one has got a release. So yeah, here's a little section about those ships. And the Krenim patrol ship with some interesting concept art here and renderings. And the designing and the featuring of the episode Year of Hell, in which the ship was in, with some interesting artwork here, especially of the damaged Voyager and what they were trying to go for and accomplish. They never quite went this far, but they got pretty close to it. This episode was a two-part episode. Originally, the idea of Voyager being damaged was supposed to start from season 1, where they're just supposed to get worse and worse over time, but that didn't happen, and it was condensed into a two-parter, unfortunately. The Krenim Imperium was hinted at and seen during a third season episode, I believe, in which Kes was traveling back and forth through time, and basically one of the things she told Captain Janeway was to avoid the Krenim, but well, that didn't happen, obviously. But so anyway, more conceptual art, great image of Voyager and the damage, and final page here. It was only seen in one episode or two episodes, depending on your point of view, which was Year of Hell Part 1 and 2 on Star Trek Voyager in season 4 and 5, I think. I think it was just season 4. Captained by Anarax. Yeah, so this is the Krenim Temporal Weapon ship, the magazine. Next up will be the Nebula class, and USS Honshu in particular, I guess, which I will be receiving very shortly. So I look forward to getting that. And a nice picture of the ship on the back there. Let's cut that to the side. And let's pull the ship down. So, the Krenim Temporal Weapon ship. I have to say that I'm very cool and very happy that this ship got a release as part of the collection and the schedule. This is one of those ships that have never before been seen, at least in model form, and never before made. So this is really cool. The tip of the ship is plastic. The back end is where the weight is, where the metal part is. The detailing on this is superb and fantastic if I can get a good close look at it. You got the usual blue for the weapon part here. This was the temporal weapon. Really cool. There are some people were saying that there should have been some kind of blue crystal and down in the chute there, I guess, to shoot the energy beam or whatnot. But that's something that I could deal without. It doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, overall, this is a very fantastic model. The scale, I mean, it probably would be humongous compared to the other ships in the collection. But, you know, this is very, very cool. Very happy with it. Not a whole lot, I can't see any obvious flaws or anything like that. Eaglemoss is really doing a good job now. Yeah, this is really cool. Stand is a little bit wonky, if that makes any sense. It takes a little bit of trouble to get this thing to really sit here, so I kind of had to work with it a little bit. But it just kind of sits in this hole and just sits there. But it looks cool. I'm happy to say that this was part of the collection. It was one of the ships that have never, ever before been released. And it's nice to know and nice to see that Eaglemoss is including ships from all across the Star Trek universe, from all the 5 series, especially alien vessels like this one, which was such an important part of Voyager Season 4, at least for one episode. So yeah, again, this is the Krenim Temporal Weapon ship. I'm glad it's gotten its release. Very happy with the model in particular, as for my part anyway. So next up, I guess when I receive it, will be the Nebula class and the Xindi Insectoid ship. So I look forward to receiving that and sharing that with you. But for now, that's it. And thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to the collection, I would suggest you do so. It's awesome. And you get some nice information in a magazine with great pictures and imagery, along with a really cool model such as this. So yes, this concludes my look and review of Star Trek: The Official Starships Collection, issue number 22, the Krenim Temporal Weapon ship. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.